If Dwane Casey is the coach next season, does Troy Weaver's seat get hot?
I think he will be the coach next season. Just to be fair, finish out his contract. I don't think Troy Weaver's seat will be hot if Casey's still here. I think his seat will be hot if he makes bad signings. And he's been very cautious with the people that he's signed so far. I think you can go all the way back. Jeremy Grant has been his biggest acquisition.
Yep.
$20 million. He stays in between that $12 to $13 million price range. I mean, you can go Mason Plumlee, Kelly Olynyk, Marvin Bagley. Like, he doesn't really spend too much. And to be fair, he hasn't really had a whole lot of cap space to play with, because if we do have a little bit of cap space, he usually trades for someone that he wants. Like, he traded for Marvin Bagley. He traded for James Wiseman. He traded for Hamidou Diallo. He trades for guys that he wants because he doesn't want competition. So he uses his cap space that way. But if Casey's still here next year, I know fans are going to hate it. But I think you kind of look at the coaches that are available. Like, if you wanted to make a move, Quinn Snyder was the guy. Like I told you a couple weeks ago, that was my guy. If the Pistons wanted to get a win now coach, Quinn Snyder was the guy. But now he's in Atlanta.
I'm going to answer this and say no, that his seat. I don't think Troy Weaver could do anything where his seat gets hot in the next couple of seasons. I think he's done so well as a GM, even if it's been questionable to some people. I think he has been given a long extension of grace from the Pistons organization, like from Tom Gores. Tom Gores isn't going to fire Troy Weaver anytime. He's going to trust this guy. If Coach Casey is back next season, yeah, it doesn't do anything for Troy Weaver. It doesn't. Like, he's done a good job as a GM. He has a longer leash of grace. You know, there's nothing. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what Troy Weaver would have to. He'd have to have a couple bad drafts consecutively and a couple of bad off seasons, and for his seat to even get hot, even to get warm. I feel like he would have to have a couple of drafts consecutively, a couple bad off seasons.
This will be his third or fourth draft.
Fourth.
Yeah, I think 4 drafts is fine.
Yeah.
I think you can kind of get enough talent. I mean, the only guy that's not on your roster that you drafted is Saban Lee and Sadiq Bey, I believe. And Servetus, but that doesn't count.
Yeah,
but,
or Balsa.
But we still have his draft rights, though.
Okay, yeah, so he's still here.
Yeah, and you still got, Procida. You still got Procida that could come over next season. Yeah, I just think going into next season, you're going to see the Pistons actually try, and they're not going to focus on development. You're going to hear a lot of press conferences of, we're trying to win. We're trying to win. We're trying to make the playoffs, because, like, even though Casey has said they wanted to make the playoffs, it wasn't, like, serious. Like, it's just something to say to get the fans hype.
Yeah.
And then they get pissed.
Could you imagine a GM just comes out, he's like, dude, it's going to be like 6 years. Just put your seatbelt on. It's going to be a fun ride. Keep your hands in the vehicle. 6 seasons, we'll be back to the promised land, I promise. Yeah, I wasn't buying it when Troy Weaver said that. And I feel like the Pistons are still so far behind from some NBA, from like being a quality NBA team.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said before, like, their building blocks are Cade, Jaden, and Jalen. Like, those are the players you're going to build around. Everyone else is just, role players and complementary pieces. And we'll see what James Wiseman does turn into. But you have a core that you're building around now. And you possibly could get a top 5 pick this year and add another core piece that you could build. Like I said, I think this team is just going to be a team where there's a lot of long-term success. Like, the way this team is built and constructed, this team could be, in the playoffs for the next 6 to 8 years.